So we're going to have a little bit of a look at this particular text and start thinking about how we can highlight specific words for some language analysis. Now this particular text is an advert for a holiday to Mallorca. I'm going to move out of the way for a second so that you can now pause the video and have a good read through this first paragraph. While you're reading through the paragraph, have a think about what words have been used and why they've been used. Remember, specific words. So the first thing that you'll notice about this paragraph is that it starts off with a rhetorical question, which is all good. That's the kind of thing we need to be aware of. But we also need to be able to recognise the fact that this is an advert that is aimed at young people. So how does the language in this first paragraph suggest that this is for young people? So you will notice, for example, that there's lots of informal words. Now I'm going to circle one or two of the words that have been used here because they are informal and will appeal to a younger reader. So a phrase like great and tons, and even in this case some of the best known clubs in the Med being abbreviated so it appeals to a younger reader. If you go through the rest of this paragraph, you'll see that there are more specific words that have been used for that very reason. Words like loads and fab. Go through this paragraph again and see if you can draw out any specific words and see how you get on. So in this particular advert, it's the same product in that it's a holiday to Mallorca, but this time the audience has changed and so therefore the language has changed. We're going to focus on just this box up here, just this section. I'm going to move out of the way and then pause the clip to have a closer look at this section. Same job, have a think about what language has been used that relates to or is appealing to the audience. In this case we're looking at an older audience. So see what words you can find in that opening paragraph. So one of the first things that you'll notice in comparison to the younger advert is that the language is far more formal. So you'll have noticed words like rugged and incredible and beauty, possibly even abundance as well. In the second section, the language again becomes more and more sophisticated, so to speak, as it becomes more and more formal to appeal directly to the audience. Now in both cases, with both of these adverts, you've got specific words that have been used to appeal to two separate audiences. Now in the assessment or in the exam, when you've highlighted the words that you're going to write about, you now need to have a think about how you're going to actively compare these words in one paragraph or in your overall answer. And we'll have a look at how to do that in the next video. So here we have a completed paragraph that specifically relates to both of those two adverts. Okay? So again, I'm going to move out the way so that you can see how this answer would appear and how this answer would be adequate enough to get a range of marks in the exam.